Innocent until proven guilty.
NBA don't have to do that. They don't care about that.
Innocent, I think.
They don't care about that.
They
don't care about that.
No, when we sit here a week from today, BZ will still not be suspended.
He won't be. Yeah, he won't be signed by nobody. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, one more live one, and then we'll get on to some NFL futures. I've got a bit of a conundrum. I wanted to throw a soccer one in here because I know it'll tee off Steve Hartman. Yeah. I guess the question is, am I going Gold Cup or am I going Club World Cup? And I think
it doesn't really matter to me because my disinterest in both is equal.
You hate both. I understand that. I feel like I've got to go to the Gold Cup just because I have been slagging off Team USA pretty hard, and now they're in the quarterfinal. And we just talked a little bit earlier with Monsi about Costa Rica versus the USA. The over-under for this game is 2.5 goals, but I'm not interested in the game. I'm interested in the side of the U.S. men's side. They have shown themselves after some really gnarly friendlies to start really scoring again, even though there's still a lot of consternation that none of the guys right there, their big men, are there for the team to practice and get ready for the World Cup. But over-under 1.5 goals for Team USA in the Costa Rica quarterfinal of the Gold Cup.
Over. USA 2-1 tonight.
Let me ask you this. You say the over-under is 1.5? Was that
1.5 goals specifically for Team USA.
Is 0 less than 1.5?
It is.
0 is what they'll score. So the 0. I thought you were going to have like a half. Then you go 1.5. I'm like, what are you just handing me money? What are you doing?
Well, again,
0.
The game's line is 2.5.
Yeah.
And that's for Costa Rica and USA combined. Again. So I felt like
0.
Let's just do that and shave one off. Okay.
0.0 under.
You are way down on that.
2-1 USA and Richard scores a goal. I like that kid.
Would you have rather I did in the Club World Cup so you could rant about the Club World Cup, Steve, or you just don't care? It would have to be with Al Hilal. Nobody knows where Al Hilal is. Nobody even knows what Al Hilal. I get Al Hilal when I go out to the shawarma place.
Do you know how much of this is in my head? None. 0.
I know. That's why I'm doing it.
The only thing I've sort of committed to some level of memory is who won the World Cups each year. Mm-hmm. I mean, from Uruguay all the way through. Yeah. So I know that.
I've been all over this Gold Cup thing. I've watched every USA match. I watched Jamaica. I watch Haiti. I watch a lot of these.
How many futures do you guys want to do today for the NFL?
We could do a couple. But I'll tell you what. Why don't we do it on the other side?
Yeah, sure.
How many futures have we already got in the books for the NFL?
Ooh, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you guys still owe me 8 points 6. Steve made up on one day.
Yeah, we've gotten 6, including the 49ers one I had, again, left off. And Bill Belichick's UNC season.
All right, you need to explain to BJ, and I think it's a legitimate explanation.
It's 8 It's 8 points, guys. We don't do that many. 8 points. I leave 7-5. I come back. I'm down 13-9. Okay. I just need to see the 8 points.
When he threw it out last week to me, I'm like, okay.
All right.
Again, this is still, it was my Excel sheet was a work in progress too. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
We can check this again. But the computer is spitting that out.
You know how I'll irk them? I'll just pull a Kobe in the fourth quarter and just come back on them and just take the lead. It's all good.
Right.
It's all good. I'm down. Third quarter, I'm down.
True diehard radio app. WINCA in Miami. WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-0 pitch. Stowers cracks that one out to center and deep. Siri is back. He looks up and it's gone. The Marlins waste no time. Kyle Stowers with a 2-run shot, and they take a 2-0 lead in the first.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
2-1. That kicks away from Rodriguez. Hill breaks for the plate. There will be no throw. And on a wild pitch, the Marlins walk it off again. 1-2. Conine lifts out to left field. Tommy Pham working back to the warning track. So is Sawinski. They look up and it's gone. Griffin Conine to left center. And we're tied at 2 in the 7th.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
Okay, here we go. Nice job, Ahmed. Welcome. We're live from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. It's only 108 degrees outside, but a comfortable 78 inside. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 82 of 162. And Jack can attest to this. This is usually the point of the road trip where I yammer and say we're ready to get back. But the way this week has went, I don't think anyone shares that sentiment. The Marlins, they have won 6 in a row for the first time since 2023. They've gone 5-0 on this road trip. They've won 3 consecutive series, and they will roll the dice with some history on the line today. After yesterday's 8th straight road win, it tied a franchise record set by the 1995 Florida Marlins. This 2025 team can etch their name in the history books with a victory in the desert today. The Marlins have never won 9 games in a row on the road, and they also, believe it or not, have never finished a perfect 6-0 road trip. Cal Quantrill, well, he is the man that gets the ball today. He started the road trip, and he will end it for Miami. He will go opposite Eduardo Rodriguez, the 32-year-old southpaw who's had a really nice month of June. 4 starts, 2-1, a 2 ERA. We get going today at 4:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Sunday afternoon with Jack McMullen and former All-Star closer A.J. Ramos for one final time in 2025. I'm Steven Strom. And the one time, I mean A.J. Ramos. We're going to keep doing Marlins on Deck. Let's get you to line up for the show today. We are going the distance. This is a Power Pack broadcast. We thank you for your participation. I want to first start with deep diving into the 6-game win streak. We will also hear from Anthony Bender. 6 outs yesterday. This was a season high for him as far as innings are concerned. The first time since August 29th, 2021 that Anthony Bender went 2 frames. We'll get you out of the count with Cal and Rodriguez. Jack will jump in. I got some superlatives here on the road we'll throw his direction. Expo question of today at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. So I wish we could play some like Moneyball soundtrack. I probably should have got ahead of that and gave it to Ahmed. But I want to talk about this quote-unquote streak that started back on Sunday a week ago. And I think there was little plays that maybe lit the match. It began for me with Kyle Stowers, who hit his first home run in over 30 days against the Braves on Sunday. That's where we will start. And again, this was the flame that lit the beginning of the offensive surge. Otto Lopez collected 2 RBIs for the first time since June 6th. Marlins win, they take the series. Okay, Monday off day in San Francisco. The boys went to Alcatraz. It was nice. Everyone had fun. Tuesday night in San Francisco, you saw Connor Norby break out. He had his first multi-hit game, first one since June 11th. Marlins win. We go to Wednesday. Heriberto Hernandez came up with the big hit in the 8th to give the Marlins a lead. We think we're going to coast to a Game 2 win. Not so fast. The Giants force extra innings. Heriberto Hernandez does it again. A 2 RBI double in the 10th. Marlins win 8-5. We transition to Thursday afternoon. The Giants are a little bit petty. They go after Otto Lopez, who is plunked. Clayton McCullough responds, says, you know what? You're not going to hit automatic. I'm going to get thrown out of this game. Carson Vitale, he steps in. He earns his first managerial win. Marlins respond by plating 12 runs. We're off to Arizona. On Friday night, the Marlins scored 9 runs. Kyle Stowers, perfect. That's perfect, Ahmed. Turn up a little bit here. Otto Lopez and Heriberto Hernandez all homered. Here we are Friday night. And yesterday, down 7-3, the Fish fought their way back into this game. And I have a witness here in the booth, Jack McMullen. Jack, did I not look at you yesterday and said, I think we're going to win this game, Jack?
No doubt you did.
I did. 7-3, I said that. And what do the Fish do? They fight their way back. Otto Lopez, Liam Hicks, and then the beauty, Dane Myers, taking matters in his own hands. He gets on base in that 9th inning. He steals second. He steals third. He's originally called out. Marlins challenge somehow, some way. Dane Myers with a swim slide. I don't even know how he avoided the tag, but he ends up at third. Oh, my gosh. This music, it gives me chills. I have chills right now on live radio. Heriberto Hernandez, who I got to be honest with you, I publicly apologized to yesterday. I wasn't familiar with his game. Comes up to bat with Dane Myers on third base, gets down in the count. 0-2. This is a rookie, folks. I don't know if he has more than 20 games played in the show. Jack can check that for me. Does he?
19. This is his 20.
Unbelievable. I'm on the money with that. And Roberto Hernandez is able to get the ball up and out to right field. Dane Myers scores. We go into extras. Who else? Gus Bus driving in the run. 8-7 Marlins. And why not Anthony Bender? Go get a 6 out. He does so. Marlins win 8-7 in 10 innings. So, in conclusion, it started on Sunday with Kyle Stowers that I thought really lit the match for this offense, and they have carried into San Francisco, carried into Arizona, and now an opportunity at a sweep at the hands of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, a couple other numbers I do want to get into, and we can kill the music now, Ahmed, because it's not as dramatic. But only the Mariners this week have more runs than Miami with 39. But the caveat, Seattle has played one more game than the Marlins. The Marlins are second in team average at 316, first in slug at 521. Let's get into the players really quick, and then we will break here. This 6-game win streak, Otto Lopez, this video game numbers, 12 for 25 with 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. Kyle Stowers, 8 for 22. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Augustin Ramirez, 10 for 21, a home run and 6 RBIs. And Connor Norby, 7 for 21 with 3 RBIs. Didn't even mention Xavier Edwards, who continues to play well, and Roberto Hernandez, I just talked to you about. But all in all, this has been an offensive outburst that we've seen from the Miami Marlins. They've done it against quality pitching, Logan Webb, etc. And now an opportunity to sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks and win 9 straight for the first time in franchise history away from Lone Depot Park. We will break. Coming up next, Anthony Bender. We talked about him. First time since August 29, 2021. He collected 6 outs. We will hear from him coming up next as we get you ready for the series finale from Arizona. 4:10 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-2, both runners on the move. Augustine slaps one down the right field line. Long run for McCarthy. He's not going to get there. It short hops the wall, and it gets over the wall. Both runners were off and moving. Sanchez will score from second. It was a ground rule double. That'll send Otto Lopez back to third base, but it is an RBI for Augustin Ramirez, and 4 hitters in. It's 2-0 fifth. 108 plus every time. 1-0 pitch. That one a line drive. That's a fair ball. Down the left field line. Gurriel tracking it into the corner. Blake Lally going to send Stowers. Here comes the relay throw home. It's bobbled by the shortstop Perdomo in shallow left. And that is an RBI double for Eric Wagner.
And chucks it towards first or home plate.
2-1. No one lifted out to right field and deep. McCarthy is back at the track. And that is gone. Otto Lopez is on fire right now. Make it a 9-game hitting streak, and he cuts the Marlins deficit in half. It's a 2-run home run the other way, and it's 7-5 Arizona in the top of the 8th. 1-1. That one a line shot right up the gut and throw for a base hit, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run game. Augustin Ramirez scores from third base. Liam Hicks, the other catcher, drives him in. It's an RBI knock, 7-6. After a 3-spot in the top of the 8th. 1-2. Hernandez swings. He lifts one out to right. That should be deep enough. McCarthy gearing it up. Jake McCarthy makes the catch. He sails to throw home. Myers with a head first dive. First pitch from Murillo to Ramirez. That one a bouncing ball. That's past the glove of the first baseman Smith into right field for a base hit. They're sending Otto. McCarthy's throw is cut off. Head play and grow. To learn more, visit marlins.com/Babcock.
Well, happy Sunday, everyone. This is Marlins on Deck. Fox Sports 940 Miami. Take the Marlins wherever you go. Download the iHeartRadio app. Make Fox Sports 940 the top preset to listen to every Marlins game. Ahmed back in the studio. Steven Strom here. Jack McMullen there. AJ Ramos somewhere around the ballpark doing pregame on TV. Cal Quantrill will go opposite Eduardo Rodriguez, but I'm still on cloud 9. The Marlins, they have just been so excellent this week, sweeping the San Francisco Giants, taking the first 2 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I did want to throw to some sound here on Anthony Bender, who's been really superb all season long. He's probably the most likely candidate to get to Atlanta to represent the Marlins in the All-Star game. And I got a chance to catch up with him after the 6-out win that he put together in that 9th and 10th. AB, what has gotten into this team this week? 6 in a row now.
We're playing good ball right now, man. It is a blast being in the clubhouse, playing with these guys. Man, we're rolling off of one another, and yeah, we're excited right now for sure.
How were you able to get 6 outs there?
Going in there, sticking to the game plan. You know, we're kind of throwing in situations where it best fits our stuff, and again, we're just feeding off each other in the bullpen. You know, and just following up one another, and we're winning ball games right now. It's a blast.
Take me into the mind of Anthony Bender in that top half of the 10th. You're watching your offense go to work, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, no, knew we were going to score there. Bats have been coming alive, and just throwing it hard, you know, making it move and trying to get punch outs and weak contact.
What'd you see from Dane Myers on the base path?
He's an animal. He is an absolute animal, dude. I wish we had Dane Myers all over the place. He plays harder than anybody else out there. I mean, along with everybody, dude. He's a crazy athlete. We got some studs on this team. Yeah, it's fun.
Let's make it 7 in a row tomorrow. Thanks for the time.
Let's do it. Right on.
All right, Jack. All right, that was Anthony Bender last night. So for Anthony Bender, earns her 2nd win of the season, 35 2/3 innings pitched combined this year, 2.27 ERA. I mentioned it was a season high 2 frames for him, first since August 29th, 2021. Anthony Bender's been sensational. The entire bullpen has been sensational. And here we go. We are inching closer to first pitch where the Marlins are looking to complete a perfect road trip, potentially a 6-0-1 and setting some franchise history. We will break. We'll get you at the count. Cal Quantrill and Eduardo Rodriguez will feature the matchup on the mound here at 4:10. Marlins on deck continues. Stick with us on the Marlins Radio Network.
For him tonight, he's set at the letters and his first pitch. That one a rocket. That's a fair ball as well down the left field line, and that's going to plate a run. It took a little bit, but Gurriel fires it back in now, and Agustin Ramirez trades places with Otto Lopez. Back-to-back 2-out doubles. We're tied at 1 in the top of the 4th. 116.9. Stowers rips one out to straightaway center. Thomas working back. He's not going to get there, and it one hops off the wall. It's a double party right now. Augustine in from second. That's 3 straight 2-out doubles against Merrill Kelly, and the Fish have a 2-1 lead in the 4th. And the first pitch, Otto swinging away. Little dribbler, left side of the mound. Kelly off the hill, picks it on the bare hand, throws it into right field, and a couple runs are going to score. X around third. He gets the stoplight there. Otto pushes to second. Merrill Kelly tried to be a hero, and it cost him another run. 2-2. Stowers hits that one a mile out to right and deep. That is gone. Halfway up the bleacher seats, just over the Marlins bullpen, and Kyle Stowers is as hot as a match. Lucky number 13 on the year, 401 feet, and the Marlins take a lead 5-4 in the top of the 6th. You never got one? Javier Sanoja pumps one into left center field. That's going to split the outfielders, and that will roll to the wall. Norby around third. He's getting the run around home. Sanoja headed into third base. Feet first slide takes him in, and it's an RBI triple for Javi. 6-4 Fish in the top of the 6th. He fires, and Hernandez rockets one out to left field. That's carrying, and it's gone.
And love what you find. With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Hey, this is Xavier Edwards here, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Well, thank you, Xavier Edwards. A rare off day for him, but, man, he has deserved it. He will get today off. We'll see if he comes in a late game situation for a pinch hitter. But Marlins off tomorrow, so Clayton McCullough trying to get Otto Lopez off his feet here for the next 48 hours. Don't miss a moment of Marlins action. Download the iHeartRadio app, make Fox Sports 940 the top preset, and then listen to every Marlins game. 4:10 first pitch here. Game 3 series finale and the final game of this road trip for the Miami Marlins. I'm Steven Strom. Ahmed back in the studio. Jack McMullen has your call. AJ Ramos as well. Jack will actually join me in the next segment. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start here with Cal Quantrill, 30-year-old right-hander who started the road trip. He'll end it today. He's 3-7, a 5.56 ERA, over 36 combined frames. He did start on Tuesday in San Francisco, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, over 4 2/3. He ran into trouble in that 5th and was pulled. 7 start less than 5 innings for Cal Quantrill. He's looking to, what was the word he said in his last media availability? Looking to get over the hump, which I think means over 5 innings. But the Marlins this year are 8-7 in Cal starts. He hasn't faced the Arizona Diamondbacks this year yet, even though they did play Miami back in mid-April. 6 career starts, 1 appearance from the bullpen for Cal against the Arizona Diamondbacks in his career. He's 1-3 with a 6.19 ERA, 32 frames combined. He will go opposite Eduardo Rodriguez, 32-year-old southpaw from Venezuela. He'll make his 14th start of the season. He's 3-4, a 5.40 ERA. 74 Ks to 23 walks this year, 66 2/3. He did earn the win on Monday against the White Sox. 6 shutout, 5 hits, 2 walks, 10 Ks. His 3rd double-digit K game, 3rd quality start. He did face Miami back on April 17th. He went 5 1/3, 10 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Those 10 hits reminds me of what we saw in the Atlanta Braves series against Grant Holmes. Got a lot of traffic on the bases, but just couldn't get the big knock to break open the game. 4 June starts for Eduardo Rodriguez. He's been a lot better. 2-1, a 2 ERA, 22 innings pitched. He'll feature a 4-seamer, changeup, cutter, and sinker, and 91 miles per hour. So he's not going to blow the doors off you, but he is an executor, similar to what we have seen with guys like Merrill Kelly. So that's your matchup on the mound. Cal Quantrill will get the ball for Miami. He will go opposite Eduardo Rodriguez, who takes the rubber for Torey Lovullo's Arizona Diamondbacks. We're back with more. Jack McMullen joins me next. We're doing Marlins superlatives on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-2, both runners on the move. Augustine slaps one down the right field line. Long run for McCarthy. He's not going to get there. It short hops the wall, and it gets over the wall. Both runners were off and moving. Sanchez will score from second. It was a ground rule double. That'll send Otto Lopez back to third base, but it is an RBI for Augustine Ramirez. And 4 hitters in, it's 2-0 pitch. 108 plus every time. 1-0 pitch. That one a line drive. That's a fair ball. Down the left field line. Gurriel tracking it into the corner. Blake Lally going to send Stowers. Here comes the relay throw home. It's bobbled by the shortstop Perdomo in shallow left. And that is an RBI double for Eric Wagman.
And chucks it towards first or home plate.
2-1. That one lifted out to right field and deep. McCarthy is back at the track, and that is gone. Otto Lopez is on fire right now. Make it a 9-game hitting streak, and he cuts the Marlins deficit in half. It's a 2-run home run the other way, and it's 7-5 Arizona in the top of the 8th. 1-1. That one a line shot right up the gut and throw for a base hit, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run game. Augustine Ramirez scores from third base. Liam Hicks, the other catcher, drives him in. It's an RBI knock, 7-6 after a 3-spot in the top of the 8th. 1-2. Hernandez swings. He lifts one out to right. That should be deep enough. McCarthy gearing it up. Jake McCarthy makes the catch. He sails to throw home. Myers with a head first dive. First pitch from Murillo to Ramirez. That one a bouncing ball. That's past the glove of the first baseman Smith into right field for a base hit.
Más una línea Unlimited Welcome y AT&T Internet 300 más una línea Unlimited Starter SL. Requiere extender Internet. Velocidades reales varían. Velocidades se reducen después del uso de 30 kilómetros por línea. Límites de datos y los trabajos reales varían.
We will see if Jack McMullen's Wi-Fi hangs in here on this StreamYard segment. I'm not sure, man.
I'm good. You're not
sure?
good. I'm hotspotting.
Okay.
You're on this shoddy Wi-Fi.
I
So
am.
I think you're the one that's dropping the ball here. I think my cellular hotspot is going to be just fine.
Give me one word to describe this road trip.
Gritty.
Oh my God, we're gonna ban the word gritty and perseverance and
gritty,
never
tough,
quit, and that's not
resilient.
one word.
No, I mean, aside from gritty, I would say electrifying. And the reason that I use that word is because this offense has been next level on that front. And there's almost like this feeling of never being out of a baseball game right now. And that was true against the Philadelphia Phillies in Miami. That was true against the Atlanta Braves in Miami. I think it goes back, honestly, to Uri's season debut in Pittsburgh. After that, the Marlins have been playing really good baseball. And I think that could have been June 10th. Maybe June 9th was that game. But since that Tuesday in Pittsburgh, it feels like something has clicked because you had the high of Yuri Perez coming back.
Yeah.
And then you lose that game by a lot. Like the Marlins were.
That was really the only uncompetitive game, Jack, that I can think of in quite some time.
Yeah, like the Marlins were blown out in that one. Okay. So after that, what did they do? They recalibrated and they said, we're better than the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're going to beat them. They beat them the next two. Then we're better than the Washington Nationals. They swept them in Washington. And then they hung with Philly. They won a series against Atlanta. And now they're rocking a perfect road trip against a team that is in the wild card picture in San Francisco right now and a team that's just outside of it in Arizona. So I think they've been playing really good ball. I don't know if it was like a kick that they needed in that game in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this offense since then has been electrifying, and it's been deep. That's the word that I want to use, deep. 1 through 9, everybody can get something done with the bat right now.
In that first segment, Jack, I felt like that start was Kyle Stowers because Stowers had not been slugging, and he finally comes up with the big home run first in 30 days. And I almost feel like when your best player starts to cook, the other team around you gets better. They get inspired. They're like, okay, like here's our guys going now. Let's go. And I feel like they've almost like gotten the backpack of Kyle Stowers. And that's not to say like Otto Lopez you could say has carried this team as well. But I almost think when your leader starts to hit and slug, it's like, okay, all aboard the Kyle Stowers train.
I think there are 3 get-out-of-jail-free cards in this lineup right now. I think we're looking at Kyle Stowers as that, right? You run into tough sledding. We've got Stowers up this frame. We're feeling good. I think you look at Agustin Ramirez the same way. Agustin had a 3-hit, 2-double day again yesterday.
Yep.
This guy's one of the best young hitting catchers in Major League Baseball, and I think there are very few that I would take over him with the bat right now at the catching position. And then Otto Lopez over the last week and a half has been a get-out-of-jail-free card. This guy figures out how to get the barrel to absolutely everything. There's a reason that he has RBIs in 6 straight, and he's rocking a 9-game hitting streak right now. So those 3 are the ones that jump out to me. I also want to shout out Heriberto Hernandez.
Yes.
And the guy that continues to fly under the radar, Xavier Edwards, man. Like he's getting on base all the time, scoring runs. He's applying pressure right away. Without X setting the table, these guys don't become get-out-of-jail-free cards.
Xavier Edwards not in the lineup today. I discussed that in the previous segment. Otto Lopez is going to lead off today, Jack, trying to get Xavier Edwards hopefully 48 hours off. No game tomorrow. Much needed off day for the Miami Marlins, and Kyle Stowers not in the lineup, but we assume that's because of a lefty, and same with Jesus Sanchez. I'm sure we will get those guys later in the game. Okay, I did want to share my one word. I would say flashy for the perfect road trip so far. I just think the way that they've done it has been flashy. They've hit a lot of home runs. They've reeled teams back in and said, oh, come on, you want to tie it up? Let's go to extras. Come on. Okay, now we're going to turn it on. And Heriberto Hernandez does this, does that. Agustin Ramirez yesterday. Okay, I talked about superlatives. That's Jack McMullen. I'm Steven Strom. Marlins on deck, 4:10 first pitch. Just want to have a rejoin here. Fox Sports 940 Miami. More likely to happen again. Sandy giving up 7 runs in a Marlins win, or Clayton McCullough to be ejected again?
More likely to happen, Clayton McCullough getting ejected. I think this guy is finding the right place to deploy fire as a Marlins manager right now, and he's pushing so many right buttons. But it was that moment in San Francisco that called for him to get testy, I think, and it got to the point where he was thrown out of a ball game. He's going to back up his guys. He's going to defend Otto Lopez. We saw him defend Xavier Edwards in Tampa as well when there was just an objectively wrong call in Tampa. So I think it's way more likely that Clayton gets tossed. I'm not going to say it happens over the next 3 weeks, but I think over the course of the season, you're going to see him go to bat for his guys to the point where he may get tossed from some games.
More likely to happen again. Anthony Bender to collect 6 outs. He didn't do it for 3 years, 4 years, 2021 back in August. Anthony Bender went 2 innings. Or Dane Myers stealing 2 bases in an inning.
I'm going to go Dane 2 bases in an inning because this guy is so aggressive and it works. And I love the level of relentlessness that he attacks base running with, that he attacks hitting with, that he attacks defense with. He just plays baseball with a sense of vigor that is unmatched by many and is matched by very, very few. So I'm going to go Dane stealing second and third in the same inning. I feel like that's more likely, but Bender has proven that he can get 6 outs, and that is something that opens up the world for Clayton McCullough at the end of a ball game as well. So I think Dane, like that aggression is just here to stay.
Very good, young Jack. You will hear him about 15 minutes, 4:10 first pitch. AJ Ramos is back with us and it's his final game with Marlins Radio, so he will join me for Steve's Guarantee. We're going to get Ramos's lock in the next segment. We'll break here. We're back in 2 minutes. Cal Quantrill will go opposite. Eduardo Rodriguez, Marlins looking to perfect this road trip on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-2, both runners on the move. Augustine slaps one down the right field line. Long run for McCarthy. He's not going to get there. It short hops the wall, and it gets over the wall. Both runners were off and moving. Sanchez will score from second. It was a ground rule double. That'll send Otto Lopez back to third base, but it is an RBI for Augustine Ramirez. And 4 hitters in, it's 2-0 pitch. 108 plus every time. 1-0 pitch. That one a line drive. That's a fair ball. Down the left field line. Gurriel tracking it into the corner. Blake Lally going to send Stowers. Here comes the relay throw home. It's bobbled by the shortstop Perdomo in shallow left. And that is an RBI double for Eric Wagman.
And chucks it towards first or home plate.
2-1. That one lifted out to right field and deep. McCarthy is back at the track, and that is gone. Otto Lopez is on fire right now. Make it a 9-game hitting streak, and he cuts the Marlins deficit in half. It's a 2-run home run the other way, and it's 7-5 Arizona in the top of the 8th. 1-1. That one a line shot right up the gut and throw for a base hit, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run game. Augustine Ramirez scores from third base. Liam Hicks, the other catcher, drives him in. It's an RBI knock, 7-6 after a 3-spot in the top of the 8th. 1-2. Hernandez swings. He lifts one out to right. That should be deep enough. McCarthy gearing it up. Jake McCarthy makes the catch. He sails to throw home. Myers with a head first dive. First pitch from Murillo to Ramirez. That one a bouncing ball. That's past the glove of the first baseman Smith into right field for a base hit. They're sending Otto. McCarthy's throw is cut off. Head first dive takes Otto in. And Augustine Ramirez.
Stream now.
Off and running here as we begin to tie a bow on Marlins on deck. 12 minutes away here from first pitch. Cal Quantrill will go opposite Eduardo Rodriguez. The Marlins are red hot, looking to make it 6-0 on this road trip. Swept the San Francisco Giants, and now looking to sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hi, I'm Steven Strom. That's Jack McMullen. AJ Ramos with me as well. Let's get to our X-Poll question of today at Marlins Radio. The last time the Marlins won 7 straight road games was 1995. We went over that. But who led the Marlins that year in home runs? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. 1995 home run leader for the Florida Marlins. Okay, it is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up.
Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Señoras y señoras, we will also have AJ's assurance as it is his final game here in 2025 with Marlins Radio. You'll hear him again. And McMullen's Man of the Hour. I will start, boys, because I'm the pro at this. Eric Wagman, I don't like the reception I'm seeing on X. I like Wags to hit a home run today against the southpaw Eduardo Rodriguez. Don't forget Wags has that bat, man. Do not forget that. He's had a really nice road trip from an offensive perspective. 5 doubles on this 5-game road trip, about to be 6. My Steve's Guarantee, Eric Wagman goes yard. Okay, what is AJ's assurance today?
AJ's assurance. I'm going to go another homer call.
Okay.
I'm going to go Augustine Ramirez on a cutter in.
Oh my gosh, you're going to give me the pitch.
He's
wow.
It's going to be a 1-1 count cutter,
Okay.
and he's going to hit it out.
A 1-1 count cutter.
On the inner half.
I'm writing this down.
He's going to try to get it inside on him, up and in. He's going to miss down the middle, and Augustine's going to get him.
Okay. AJ Ramos on a 1-1 cutter. Augustine Ramirez is going to hit a home run. McMullen's Man of the Hour.
The guys have fun today. I think that's why. I'm going to give you kind of like a 2-for-1 special. I've got Otto Lopez extending his hitting streak to 10 games, and I've got him extending his RBI streak to 7 games.
Okay.
So does that count? Like,
yeah. That's pretty good.
I can do both, right? So
That's
and everybody's going to have fun as well. That's my other guarantee.
Good job, guys. Folks, I hope you got the edge for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. AJ Ramos is sadly ready to rock one final time. Starting lineups and first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. We've been doing it a lot lately. Marlins baseball is next. This is the Marlins Radio Network.
Staples presents